seconds later, they make a direct hit. USA 193 breaks apart and burns up in the atmosphere.
USA 193, we shot it down to be good neighbors.
But former U.S. Air Force analyst Brian Whedon believes there's more to this precision strike than being good neighbors.
There was a legitimate public safety concern with USA 183, but I don't think it was the entire story. I think there was also the ability to demonstrate a new weapon system that had not been used before in a real-world setting.
There's evidence that other superpowers are also flexing their muscles in space. January 11, 2007. The Chinese government used a ground-based medium-range ballistic missile to knock out one of its own aging weather satellites. The strike sends a clear message. The Chinese are fully capable of shooting down our satellites, too.
I think it was a game-changing situation because it was a sort of event that had never been seen before.
Modern warfare relies heavily on satellites, so a first strike in future conflicts will likely start in space.
I think it is realistic to see space as an element of future conflicts.
But military planners would need a way to attack satellites without leaving evidence of foul play. Experts believe this could be how they do it. It's an unmanned classified spacecraft called the X-37B. It has rarely been photographed. Spacecraft analysts suspect that the X-37B uses information gathered by the space fence to track foreign satellites, then attacks them. But wouldn't an obvious offensive strike start World War III? Aviation expert Bill Sweetman thinks this potential space weapon would use more clandestine techniques than rockets or missiles.
One of the more interesting theories I've heard is that if you could spray a satellite with non-reflective material, paint-like material, in many cases, you would cause it to overheat.
If a satellite overheats, its sensitive instruments can malfunction, sending it off course and maybe plunging to Earth. There's an advantage to this kind of attack. It's almost impossible to prove who was behind it.
If a satellite goes bad, you can't go out and inspect the wreckage and say, hey, somebody interfered with this, because all the physical signs of anything that was done are destroyed when it re-enters the atmosphere.
Clandestine operations